Okay, we're going to try videoing with the audio from just my computer. Hopefully this is going to work. It obviously was not working from the headset. So lesson 6.5, we're going to do graphs of square root and cube root functions. Okay, now remember, radical functions are functions with a radical, with a variable under the radical, like the square root of x, cube root of x, fourth root of x, any of those. And you can do stuff to x. So our most basic one is simply y equals the square root of x. Okay? Why does the domain have to be, undo that. Why does the domain have to be, try again, x is greater than or equal to 0? Okay, now if you're thinking, you realize you cannot square root negatives. You'll get i's, and we don't graph i's. Okay, we can in the Argand plane. That's true. But we cannot graph those square roots. All right, let's see what the parent function will look like. Let's graph these. So we're going to simply graph y equals the square root of x. Well, the square root of 0 is 0. Square root of 1 is 1. Okay, looks pretty nice. Square root of 2. Square root of 2. Okay, if you do any carpentry, plumbing, construction type work, you'll soon realize that that's about 1.414. Okay, and then we're going to jump to square root of 4. And square root of 4, you know, is 2. Okay, so when we graph this, square root of 0 is 0, square root of 1, square root of 2, square root of 4. Another convenient one, square root of 9 is 3. Okay, so hopefully you realize, oh, it's going to curve this way. Why does it have to start here and not go this way? Because you cannot square root negatives. So that's part of our domain. So those have to come off. So that's what our parent function looks like. And if you think about it, a square root is an inverse of a quadratic. So if the quadratic is going to go up this way, wouldn't it make sense that to undo that, it's going to curve the other way? The square root of, or 3 squared is 9, is going to be up here somewhere, but the square root of 9 is 3. So they undo each other. Okay, hopefully the speaker picked that up. I was on the other side. Okay, now transformations are going to affect these functions the same way as it affected a quadratic. If I had y equals negative 2x squared plus 5, okay, the negative 2, instead of going up, the negative flips it over and makes it go twice as fast, so it's going to be skinnier. The plus 5 is going to move that up 5. Well, this will be affected the same way. Okay? Instead of going up normal, and I'm going to do it in yellow so you can barely see it, the negative 2 is going to make it go downward, and it's going to double those values. So instead of 1, 1, it's going to be 1, negative 2. So it's going to make it wider, but the plus 5 is going to take and lift all of that up, so it's starting here at 5. And you could try some values. If you put 0, 1, 4, 9 in for x, you'll have the square root of 0 is 0 times 2 is still 0 times 5 is, or plus 5, excuse me, is 5. Square root of 1 is 1 times negative 2 is negative 2 plus 5 would be 3. So there's my 1, 3. Square root of 4 is 2 times negative 2 is going to be negative 4 plus 5 is 1. Square root of 9 is 3 times negative 2 is -6, plus 5 is -1, so it can certainly go below the x-axis like I have it here. And it affected it the same exact way. We just had to go, okay, what did the negative do? What did the 2 do? What did the 5 do? And if you don't remember, of course, go back to making your table, and you'll be on your way. Okay, so what is this one going to do? Well, it's a quadratic again, so it's going to be a fancy U, a parabola. Okay, it's going to be a parabola. And the -3 moves it right 3. The +1 goes up 1. And the 1/4 is going to make it go up slower. So it's a vertical shrink. Okay, shrink. So it's going to go 3, 1. It's going to look like that. Okay, it's going to be wider. Okay, so what difference does it make? If I take that same thing, I'm going to save this one. I'm going to move it to the bottom. Okay. If I make it y equals 1/4 times the square root of x minus 3 and then plus 1. Well, now my parent function is going to be right 3 up 1, right 3 up 1, and the 1/4 is going to give it a vertical shrink. So instead of going up fast, it's going to be very much a decrease. But that's those same exact changes. All right, let's move this to the other one that I moved. See if the paper lets me use it. Yes. Okay, this one isn't too hard. It really just has one change. Well, we know x has to be greater than or equal to -2 so that we get the square root of positive, or at least not negative. So all this is doing is moving it to the left because we moved it. Notice that is different than y equals square root of x and then add 2. Because now the change is after your square root, so that's up and down, not right or left. Okay. Ooh, this one's cool. Notice this is 5 minus x instead of x minus 5. Okay, what you need to realize is x has to be less than or equal to 5 because we do not want negatives. And what that's going to do is say, oh, it's going the other way. Okay, the +1 is still going to move it up. But if I put 5 in for x, I'm going to end up with square root of 0 plus 1. So here's my 5, 1. And then if I put in 4, I'll have the square root of 1, which is 1, plus 1 is 2. And this is going to turn it that way. Practice a few more. If I were to put in, not 9, sorry. Okay, if I were to put in 1 for x, I'd have the square root of 4, which is 2, plus 1 is 3. So here's my 1, 3. All right? So I have to consider my domain on these, much more so than I did on quadratics. Okay? How is cube root different? Well, remember, you can cube root negatives. Okay, so when we make our table, if we have 0, of course, the cube root is 0. But if we put in 1 or 8, we'd want to put in -1 and -8, because when you cube root negatives, you get a negative. So a cube root looks kind of like that, but it's much more stretched out. Okay. And I missed my dots, but you get the idea. So cube root actually has symmetry, rotational symmetry about the origin until we move it. Okay, that's supposed to be there at the origin. Right, so what is the +3 going to do? Hopefully you realize by now that's outside the grouping, the cube rooting, and all that's going to do is move my cube root up 3. Okay, let's see if the next page is the other one. There we go, let's look at this one. What's the +3 going to do? Well, it's grouped, so it should go left 3. What's the minus 4 going to do? Well, it's after the parentheses, after the grouping, the parentheses, so to speak, is down 4. What does this do? Well, that is a vertical stretch because it's more than 1, so it's going to make it go faster. So left 3, down 4, and I'm going to have this side and this side. And again, I can practice with some either Desmos graphing or make a table and go from there. All right, let's write the rules. So let's do this one first. Okay, do you recognize it as a cubic? Okay, so it's going to be y equals the cube root of something. Right? Notice that this is concave down and this is concave up. It's pouring the water out or holding the water up. That's how you can think of this. So this is our point of inflection. That is going to tell you what's happening here and here. Okay, so this vertex is at 1, -2. So it's right 1, down 2. Okay, so down 2 is here, right 1. Remember, when it's grouped with it, it's opposite of what you expect. And there you have it. Okay, since this is 1, square root of 1 is 1, and this is 1, 1 away from it, left 1, up 1. The only other thing I think we need is this should be negative because the right-hand half is going downward instead of upward. How do you check this? Go back to Desmos. Okay. Second one. Okay. It's only one branch. I think it's square root. My vertex is at 2, 1. So it's right and up. So when I graph this one, I think it's pretty normal. I think my coefficient is 1. But when I do the square root, it's going to be x minus 2. Again, it's opposite, plus 1. And I think I've got that graphed pretty well. Okay, so go back, look at these again, look at some examples on the book. All right, ask me questions. Maybe want to search some other demonstrations on graphing radical functions and see what you come up with.